All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new segment where we're bringing on our conference members. And today we have Dave Roberts. He's going to be a presenter at the Global Grief Conference. Dave, how you doing today, brother?
I am doing well, brother.
Yeah, man. We was talking earlier. You was on the conference for last year, right?
Yep.
And you presented. So tell people how you got into the work that you're doing. Just a brief summary of it.
Brief summary. As I've told you and many other individuals I've talked with, I didn't get into the field of death and dying by professional choice. It was personal circumstance. It'll be 20 years on March 1st that my daughter, 18-year-old daughter Janine, transitioned from this world due to a very rare and aggressive form of cancer. 10 months after giving birth to my first grandchild. And though I had experienced losses before, that loss, which was just indescribable and defied the natural order of the universe, Tony, because his parents were not supposed to bury our children.
Right.
That got me to begin to gravitate to the field of death and dying, try to live a repurposed life full of meaning in service to help others, and also embrace different perspectives that have allowed me to find peace with my daughter's transition.
Nice. And now you was at last year's conference. And
Mhm.
what was last year's conference like for you?
It was a very transformative experience for me. I had never participated in any type of a global grief conference, especially a conference to that magnitude. We had so many different presenters from so many different walks of life, so many different countries. It was great to be able to network with those individuals and see so many diverse perspectives on grief and loss. We had life coaches, we had podcasters, we had bereavement support specialists, we had therapists. It was such a diverse mix of individuals. I believe there was something for everybody at that conference. And I think this year's conference is going to be even better.
Yeah.
Um, because anytime we do something for the first time, we learn from that and we take what worked and we improve on other aspects
Right.
that manifest for us.
Now, what did you present at last year's conference?
I did one workshop, and I'm doing it again this year. It was called Pieces of Me, um, a tool to integrate grief and transform the relationships with our loved ones. In fact, I was the first workshop the first day of the conference, and so you put all that pressure on me too to just set the stage for
These
everybody. You know,
are the things that
just
happen.
there's things that happen, but and so that was the one I did last year. Then I did a talk on basically I think it was regarding the finding your self discovery after loss, and kind of extension on the Pieces of Me piece, but kind of a retrospective of my journey with loss and what I had learned. And it was a great experience. We had great. It was just great. I met a lot of great people as a result of those presentations, and these are relationships that have lasted into this year, and I
Right.
anticipate will continue to last.
Yeah, I think that's pretty exciting. We do have some veterans from last year, heading into this year. So I am truly, truly excited. So you're presenting on a few days this year, right?
I
Friday,
am.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I am. As I told you before, whenever I sign up to do a weekend conference or weekend, I expect the conference organizers are going to work me, and I'm
Right.
prepared to come into work and to be of help to anybody who's willing to listen, and anybody who is receptive
Hmm.
to the message. I'm doing a few different workshops this year. One is going to be called Helping Parents and Families Through Grief After the Death of a Child. That's going to be primarily in terms of talking about the experience of child loss, what it's like, how it's different, I think, from other types of losses, but yet similar. I think the experience can be applied to any type of loss. I even think human loss, pet loss. I think we can. It's going to be kind of an antithesis to the typical stage theory that many in society still subscribe to, with death, where death is kind of a linear perspective that has a start point and end point. And Tony, as both you and I know, it's a very circular process, and
Yes, it
grieving
is.
will go on throughout the life cycle. I'm also doing a workshop that I did last year called Pieces of Me, a tool to integrate grief and transform the relationships with our loved ones. And that's going to primarily talk about how we can develop continued bonds with our loved ones in spirit so that we can learn to work through our grief by maintaining relationships as opposed to grieving for a period of time and then moving on with our lives. So it's going to talk about a way that we can create permanent continued bonds with our loved ones.
Nice.
Um, and there'll be some practical tools for that. And the third one, which is the first time that I presented anywhere in this form nationally, is called "Do We Survive Death?" And the topic is science from our loved ones. And essentially, what I'm going to talk about, um, this is going to answer the question or beg the question: does our spirit survive in consciousness after death? So we'll talk about various types of after-death communication or signs or nudges from our loved ones. I also have specific examples of signs that manifested for me from my daughter. Some are from other individuals who shared those with me, including my students. So there's a variety of different types of phenomenon that we'll talk about, and we'll talk about how the understanding of signs can help us further integrate our grief and further transform our grief. So I'm really excited about that one as well too. And I'm excited because this will be the first time I presented this nationally.
Nice. Very, very nice.
In this, I mean, I presented at other conferences nationally, but the first time I presented it, from a global perspective. So I'm really excited about it.
Right. Now, we do have a lot of new people coming up, and I know last year when we was first putting this thing together, it was easy to, it was definitely easy to overthink it.
Yep.
So if you have any advice for the newer people that are coming on right now, what would you tell them?
First of all, um, you are experts in whatever aspect of grief you are presenting, and that's why you're here. The
Mm-hmm.
other thing is speak from your heart, speak from your own experience, understand that there are people that want to hear what you have to say, that
Mm-hmm.
will hang on your words. As long as you speak from your heart, you speak from a position of integrity and and caring and genuineness, you're going to be well received. Because the biggest thing that defines, I think, the work that we do is the size of our hearts.
Right. Yes.
And it isn't your knowledge. It is partly your knowledge. It's mainly your heart. It's just leave your heart wherever you go with whatever presentation you make, um, and and people will resonate with your message. And understand that we got to, everybody here supports each other. We're not in competition with each other. It's a very collaborative process. I believe that all of us have been brought together at this time in society to be to be the benchmarks, to be the light workers that are going to help individuals, um, you know, transform their way of thinking. And I think we're going to set the stage for a society that eventually will become inclusive, welcoming of all beliefs, and based on peace and harmony.
Mm.
And
Nice.
I think we are all charged, whether in this forum in particular and in other forums where similar like-minded individuals to come in to not only help individuals transcend grief, but to set the stage for a new way of looking at life and looking at relationships in our world and transcending difference.
Very nice. Now, now this question right here. What can people expect to take away? From your own opinion, what can people expect to take away from this weekend, from that weekend, from the conference weekend?
I think they will take away a lot of varied tools from a lot of different presenters in
Mm-hmm.
terms of that they can put in the toolbox to work through grief or other life challenges. The other thing I want individuals to take away is to feel empowered to, if a particular message doesn't resonate with them at that point, to be empowered to say, I'm kind of up in the air about whether or not this is going to work for me, but keep an open mind in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think they're going to take away a lot of different tools. I think they're going to learn about what it means to expand their current belief system by adding specific perspectives that resonate with their existing beliefs. And I think they're also going to learn that whatever questions they have, whatever concerns they have are going to be validated, and that everything is going to be welcomed. And this is what I liked about it last year. Everybody's beliefs are welcomed, everybody's questions are welcomed, and everybody's perspectives are welcome. Nothing was judged as being better than anything on an equal platform. Playing field is very level.
Very, very nice. Yeah, I did enjoy that last year where we had the diversity. The playing field was out there, and I love the way that we had fun doing it. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
was able to give so much. So to those who are watching right now, like we have a lot of good things coming up. We added in some new things this year as well, right?
We
You know,
did.
what are you looking for? What are you looking for? Who are you looking for to see? You know, or which people are you looking to see
Oh,
present at this year's second annual Global Grief Conference?
oh boy, that's a good boy. There's so many. Um, Michael Overly, Claire Schwartz are
Mm,
two that come to mind. Billy Groom, I think she's also presenting. I mean, I find her work that she does with cognitive behavioral therapy with animals just fascinating. Harvey Laguerre, I've just gotten to know Harvey a little bit, but he seems to be doing some very impactful work with men's grief. Obviously, you, Tony, I always look forward to listening to you. And I better say that too, because or else you'll cut me out of the program. So, you know what I mean? So I got to like kind of grease the skids where the skids need
Put
to
some
be.
grease on the wheels, are
Yeah,
you?
put some grease on the oils. How do you think I made it this far, man? How do you think?
Hey, you know what, brother? I'm right there with you, man. I am honestly just excited leading up to the conference, man. So people can get a personal idea of the presenters that are coming, what they're going to be doing, you know, what they can expect to
Yeah,
take away from this year, you know. So, and I kind of know last year, you know, by being our first one, I mean, it was a beautiful event. It was very, very beautiful.
and
And
I can't forget Jenny Diltz either.
oh
Jenny is the
yes,
one that
yes, yes, Jenny
Jenny's the
will
one
be
that got
here.
us together. She's the one that I call her probably the ultimate matchmaker in the world of coaching and grief because she put the and that has been just a great friendship and relationship and that I cherish. So, and also Jenny Baltazar. I mean, you can go through the list.
Oh man,
Any of these presenters that we have, Tony, are going to be dynamite.
I'm already
Um,
knowing, man.
they're going to be dynamite.
After seeing the people that we have, and you know the new people, I'm just thinking to myself, they're about to bring the heat, man.
Yeah,
They are about to bring.
Yeah, Emily Graham. I mean, you can go down the list, man. You can go down the list of
Oh my
just
god.
impactful. Michael Overly is another one who I got to recently know, and Michael's great.
Hmm.
Um, and the other thing too is that I think also with Billy and Michael, we'll get perspectives in terms of what animals can teach us about life. And I'm
Hmm.
a firm believer that we can learn from our animals. And I also am a firm believer that pet loss is just as impactful on our
Right.
lives as anything else. And particularly if our pets are associated with our deceased loved ones, that can bring up the shadow grief of previous losses. So there's
Mm.
that deep connection between not only with our pets, with ourselves, but other losses that we've experienced as well too. And I think the fact that that's going to be highlighted this year with Billy and with Michael, I think are going to be it's extremely important. That's the other thing I'm excited about because a lot of times pet loss does not get acknowledged, and it
This is
needs to
true.
be acknowledged. It needs to be acknowledged.
This is true. I mean, it excites me, man, because we got people who are going to be talking about being widows. We got people talking about child loss and yoga. I mean, so for those people who are looking for meditation techniques, yes, we're going to be having that in there as well. So just come, have your pen and pad ready, and you know, just enjoy the weekend with us. You know, ask us questions. You know, get your questions answered in real time from these experts that we have
Mhm.
going on, man. And like I said, Dave is going to be there. He's a second time veteran. So he was there to see the process and everything and where we're going at this year. You know, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty freaking exciting, man.
Yeah,
You
I'm stoked. I'm waiting for April. I wish April 28th was here already.
No, don't rush the process just yet. We still got a few more things that we got to put together, you know.
Hey,
Uh,
time's relative.
we
I mean,
rolling with it, man. You know
we're
what?
gonna.
We're so on spot with everything, you know. And then just adding the presenters element to it as well, you know, to where we can do these little mini videos. Things have things have come a long,
Oh,
long ways, man.
well, the other thing, we got panel discussions all 3 nights too, which is going to be different and
Yes,
interesting. And from the panel discussions we have so far, the topics are just going to be are different, dynamite. They're going to be very transformative,
yeah,
um, very transformative. And I think we'll have people looking at their own journeys, regardless of what the challenges are, from a different perspective. It'll give them
right.
more food for thought, and that's what we want to give everybody: is food for thought.
This is true. That's very, very true. And you're also a member of the Global Grief Network as well, right?
That's yep, I am. I'm a
Now, with the Global Grief Network, tell everybody like what that is.
It's and I think we have, God, I want to say what, 145 members or more. The last time I looked,
Right now, we're sitting at 137 members, but we're still climbing as well.
yeah, we're still climbing.
Yeah, we're still climbing.
These are individuals that you have invited, or we have asked to join. That are these are again coaches, podcasters, therapists from all over the world, who in the country, who basically we network, we share our activities, we share our um, what we're doing, as far as in the world of grief. And you very graciously post all of that. I mean, anytime I've ever submitted anything that I've been doing, or an article that I've written, or another podcast that I've done, I posted it. So it's also, what is really nice is that, and what I like about what the network is that we promote each other's message. And that's the way it needs to be. It isn't a grief, grief work isn't a competition. It should be a
Right.
collaboration. We all have something to offer, and we can all be our best advocates, we can all advocate for each other. And I think one of the things that network does is that it mitigates or eliminates the need for competitiveness among messages. Everybody messages is welcomed, and you post, sure that everybody has an equal voice. And it's that place that we can come together. It's kind of a microcosm again of a world that I'd love to see, that I think will be created down the road. You know,
Yeah, we're still working at it, man. We're still
yeah.
working. There's a whole lot of other people out there that I would love to see join the network, be a part of these panel discussions, but also, have the opportunity to come and be a part of these panels. I mean, these conferences that we're doing this year.
Hmm.
And the crazy part about it is that I didn't think that we were going to be doing a second one. And so that's just how the world works, man. After the first one, I was like, we'll see how things go, and
Hmm.
here we are with our second annual global grief conference,
That's it.
man.
Yeah, it's just great, and I'm just excited to be a part of this one, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and you know, I'm just
So
going
many
on
more,
there. And more and
so
more,
many
seven,
more.
eight, yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I'm just looking forward to be a part of it all. Unless you fire me, of course, then I just won't be able to do it. But you know, for,
This-
unless you fire me.
oh, there's no firing in this, man. This is a brotherhood. This is family now, like, and that's what I want people to understand. Like, the people that you're going to be seeing at the conference, we are family. We have fun together. So looking forward to it. Um, just definitely looking forward to it. Definitely giving something back to the communities, and I want to invite those who have not signed up just yet, to sign up for the Global Grief Conference. We've made it easy for you. You can sign up through either LinkedIn, Facebook, or you can go to the YouTube channel, because if you're watching this through YouTube, hit that bell notification. It'll let you know every time that we go live. So you will see our bi-weekly panel discussions as well. You're going to see more members from the Global Grief Conference, and every other event that we have coming up. And we are working on the website, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be up real soon, so you guys be able to go there and actually see the presenters, where you can find them at, and everything like that. And with that being said, where can people find you at, Dave?
They can find me on Facebook. They can find me on LinkedIn. They can find me on Instagram. They can email me at bootsyandangel@gmail.com, or psychologyprofessorandminister.com, which is the email associated with the book that I co-authored with Reverend Patty Farino in 2021, titled "When the Psychology Professor Met the Minister." So
Okay.
you can find me those two places. I'm not hard to find. I'm all over the place. Again, I say this at every time we do a podcast or do a panel discussion. My son calls me the world's oldest millennial, so I'm all over the place on social media. So, so and I'm still looking for a T-shirt with that. So if anybody out there has an interest in a design for that, let me know.
You know what? We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna get my buddy to customize your shirt. It's gonna say the world's oldest millennial, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And on the back, I don't know what I'm gonna put up there just yet, but I'm gonna make sure that if I do put something up there, you won't know nothing about it. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna take pictures of it and stuff and send it out to people.
Yeah. I'm sure you will. I can only imagine leaving it up to your imagination what's going to go on the back of my shirt.
Hey, you know what? This is the stuff that I be talking about right there. That's that stuff I be talking about right there. Always trying to put me in bad categories and things like
Hey,
that.
I wouldn't do that, man. I wouldn't do that. My
Oh,
wife,
you would. Oh,
no,
yes, you would.
I tell my students, my wife thinks I just like to stir up crap.
You do.
I do. I love to, but it's because I love you, man. That's why I do that. If I ignored you, you'd have to be worried.
This is very true. You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, if I'm not messing with you, that means I don't like you.
That's it.
You know?
If I get real quiet around you, that's not good. That's not good. If I get quiet around it.
Yeah. If I don't mess with you, I don't like you, man. I don't like you.
Well,
Going into the weekend, what kind of words do you have the people that are going to be joining in and registering for the conference?
just keep an open mind to everything. They're just keep an open mind, keep an open heart, um, and just allow what's going to resonate to resonate. Don't just go in with the expectation that you are going to take away something that is going to help you in the next step of your journey. Um, and just enjoy the ambiance of it. Just feel free to explore, empower yourself to explore different perspectives, because loss really disempowers us in a lot of different ways. It really just kind of immobilizes us, can bring us to our knees. Allow yourself for a weekend just to be empowered and to just expose yourself to as many different transformative perspectives as you can, and just have fun with it. Have as much fun with it and joy with it as you can, amidst the sadness that we all experience with grief.
Very nice. For those who are tuning in, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I am Tony Lynch. I am the host of the Global Grief Conference, and also one of the founders of the Global Grief Network. I am also the host of Grief Let's Talk About It. So if you guys enjoy these live streams and things like that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and send us a comment and share it out with other people. We're going to be bringing so much more to the table leading up into the conference. So stay tuned. We have more lives coming, more presenters coming that are just full of information, full of knowledge. So dig in, take down some names. Don't be afraid to ask us questions when we're doing these lives as well. If you want to get a good idea of what these presenters are going to be doing and everything, and just say hi. Just say hi to us and everything. And so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump on off. Stay tuned for next week. We got three more presenters that are coming. We got D Bird, we have Michael Overly, we have Ada Mandalay coming. And I'm telling you, man, you guys are really, really going to enjoy the things that they're going to be doing. So,
Yep.
and with that being said, I want to say peace, love you, see you at the conference, and yeah, looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to it. So thank you, Dave. Thank you for coming on, man, and telling people, man, explaining about what you're going to be doing and everything,
Hey, it's my pleasure. You're on the VIP list, so anything you need from me, you got.
man. And the same here, the same here. And to the presenters, hey, man, we doing some good things out here. So
Yes,
you
we are.
guys keep your head up. Have a nice weekend. We'll see you Monday. And like I said, subscribe to the channel. Ask us some questions while we're doing these things. If you're curious, and make sure to get registered for the conference. We do have links running around for registration. So, and if you need a registration link, let someone know. We'll get it sent out there to you. Until next time, love you. Keep your head up, and you guys enjoy your weekend.